Welcome back to more GA, General Assembly Companion. I'm your host, Martin Ainsworth. I'm getting grumblier, not grumblier, what would we say, sounding more like Oscar the Grouch all the time, because with 900 people in a room, all kind of like singing and worshiping together, there's the odd germ that floats around, and I think most of us have caught it. As you can hear in the background, I'm joined by guests. I've got Mike, and I think John. Excellent. Yep. I panicked for a second because I couldn't see your badge.
I thought I wouldn't wear it. I thought we were live on TV, so I took it off.
Oh, very good.
Oh, yeah.
I got mine. Yeah. You've got yours on. Just when you leave the building, I love the way that Mike shows it. It's the microphone. I mean,
he's a rookie.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's why he doesn't make videos.
I don't make videos.
So I am genuinely intrigued because, John, this is the first time I think we're properly meeting.
Yes, I don't believe we've met yet throughout the full week of GA.
John, this is Martin. Martin, this is John.
Martin, nice to meet you. I'd shake your hand, but I'm a little...
So I'm genuinely intrigued, and I'm really, really excited at the same time for YFC academics. A while ago when Mike mentioned that you guys were coming on board and there was this possible opportunity and things like that, I was like, oh, this opens so many doors, so many opportunities that for somebody like me, I don't know what they are. So I'd love to hear from you guys. What is it you do? And how can people take advantage? How can they get on board? And what does it even look like? Over to you two.
Go ahead, John.
Well, first, thanks for giving me this 45 minutes. I will see if I can get it all in.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
hang on, let me set the timer. Go.
Hey, first of all, let me mention that I have been with Youth for Christ now for 2 months. I think I'm one of the newest members.
Yeah.
GA has been a wonderful opportunity for me to get a bird's eye view of everything that goes on, the quality of training that is already here, and just the ability to rub shoulders and evidently shake hands and catch a few colds.
Hello.
Yeah. So this has been really wonderful to be here. Our YFC academics is all about bringing master's programs, bachelor's programs, and certificate programs to seminaries around the world in youth ministry. It's a rare occurrence that happens. Usually you can get a pastor's degree, you can get a theology degree, maybe an education degree in seminaries, but rarely can you find a degree in youth ministry.
Interesting.
And if one of the things I've learned from Youth for Christ during this week is they are laser focused on training leaders. And this is just another piece of the puzzle we can now offer to our members on developing their leadership skills, possibly opening a few doors for career changes and advancement.
And that's the thing. It's like, how do you take it from the next level of a certificate for a training course?
Right.
And I know a lot of our guys in a lot of nations love a certificate, but an in-house certificate that you turned up for a course that was an hour and a half long or 2 days or 4 days is kind of recognized in-house. It's more of a kind of like certificate that you attended and now you might have some skills. Yeah. This is next level. This is like recognized, genuine, and can really give you some opportunities in the career ladder. We here at Youth for Christ, we don't try and keep people in the organization. We actually want to upskill them. And if that means they stay in the organization, that is a bonus. But if God calls them elsewhere and we can provide them with the tools along the way, it's all part of his plan. And that's one of the unique things I think about this organization.
Yeah, I agree with you, Martin. It's been a blessing for me these 10 years to see that. Before I was with Youth for Christ is what I did with John and the team here, YFC Academics, that's joined us. Now we have 5 additional families that have come over from my previous mission. Well, basically what we did was, as John had already described, bring in a bachelor's or master's level youth ministry specialization into a seminary or Bible college is already in existence. So in other words, they're already doing the theology training, but we're bringing in the practical theology, all right, with possibly, I don't know, anywhere between 3 and maybe 10, 11 youth ministry major courses.
Yeah, yeah.
3 credits based on a Western standards, but it can be other kind of a standards of credits or whatever they're done. And just really quality programs. And we've really seen them. And what it also does is, of course, especially when it has master's level or maybe a bachelor's level student gets a master's degree, you've already created a youth ministry professor also.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that's a great multiplication tool.
And the thing for me is, I mean, I'm processing and thinking and excited at the same time. But we give access, this is accessible to more people like in the Africas and Americas that wouldn't normally be able to access something like this. All of a sudden have a pathway to the next level of education.
That is correct. I've had several people from the United States, even Canada, come and say, "Oh, will you be working in the United States, or where can we get one in the United States?" And I've said, primarily, we're going to be working overseas. There are plenty of opportunities in Canada, in the United States, even places in Europe that have youth ministry degrees in their seminaries. This is for those people who don't have that opportunity. We have, with the people that we have brought here, we have worked in almost 20 different seminaries around the world already. Most of our curriculum has been adapted in some way to those cultures now. Our goal is actually to be culture neutral when we go in. It really can't happen. We always bring a little bit of our country baggage.
Absolutely.
But the goal is to be able to go into these seminaries with our curriculum, culture neutral, let those professors who are learning, or those students who are going through and learning it, apply it for a couple of years and then change it and adapt it to their culture. That is one of our goals as we bring it into a seminary, Bible college, or institute.
And there's so many, I mean, in England we call that white label. It's basically, it contains no branding. You can stick your own branding. So culturally, we're trying to make it white label.
Yes.
So it's culture neutral. We do the same with some of the digital and the training projects that they don't carry too much of the YFC logo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if you're in a sensitive nation, or if you're somewhere that you just need to do, just general, then you can just make it accessible for all. Mm-hmm. So how do people access this then? What's the pathway to get involved?
Well, at this point, we're just beginning.
Okay.
We will probably be spending the next 2 years looking for seminaries that would want to bring our program in. We may have to talk a few of them into it, twist a few arms.
Right, okay.
Yeah, youth ministry is not generally acknowledged as a degree that most of these seminaries want to go in. So one of our first jobs is to persuade them that with the huge amount of youth in this world, if you do not have a youth ministry degree, then you are probably missing the boat on your educational process. So the first thing is to find places to go. Once we find a place, let's say we find one in Slovakia.
Yep.
We get the program up and running. The first thing is it's going to be the seminary's program, not ours. So a lot of the people who have access to it will be people who have access to that seminary in their country. It could be YFC, or it could be pastors in churches, youth pastors, people who are just beginning their education. So in that case, it's going to be open to anyone who wants in. So if there's any YFC people out there who are thinking of a degree and think youth ministry may be the way to go, they need to keep their ears open to find out if we are in a seminary near them.
Interesting. There's going to be, I was going to say, go for it, Mike, and then I'll ask a really odd question.
Just wanted to let you know, too, that this program is basically already in a few other seminaries around the world. For instance, in Kiev, in Bucharest, in Southeast Asia, and some other places that the team has already been working in, and actually is, some of the Americans are already currently stationed there. They live there, and they've lived there for years. So the team is ready to also, and had it in the past in other areas too, for instance, in Kenya and Nepal and other areas. But there's a lot of experience to go. I think that since this is a brand new team, they're also interested in connecting with other YFC staff that are already currently teaching in seminaries and Bible colleges, see if there's a way of collaboration and working together and figuring out, again, is sometimes in our YFC world, it's so large that we don't even know what we're doing, And so,
true.
Go ahead.
To follow up on that, one of the easiest ways to get into a program like this is if you have a seminary in your country and you have any form of connection with them, contact them, ask them if they'd want to bring in a BA degree in youth ministry or a master's degree, get that seminary to come after us.
Yeah.
In your area, we'll bring it, and then they can enroll.
Final awkward question.
Yeah.
The people are going to ask, is there a significant cost involved?
That's all based on the seminary Bible college that they're at. So at this point, it's whatever that current seminary Bible college's charge, and their location. So, it might be more expensive in Switzerland.
One of the most expensive places.
Yeah, than Madagascar. Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
But that's good. I mean, it's one of the things to acknowledge is there is a cost involved, and it's a realistic cost. I do like people to know that things aren't free. If they are free, we say they're free. If there's a cost involved, we'll be transparent about that. Final words of wisdom from John. John, give me your final words of wisdom on this, because we got 37 seconds.
Last few words. Well, I believe that we have an excellent opportunity to impact this world at a level of training and leadership development that right now isn't there. And it's not just for Youth for Christ. It's for every country's development in youth ministry. If we want to see youth, all the youth in these countries reached, I think having this level of education can only enhance that opportunity.
Fantastic. I was just searching to see if there were any comments for you guys before we go off. And they're just, bizarrely, people are just putting my name in the comments. So clearly, I was just checking.
Maybe, they just want to know more about you, Martin. I don't know.
So thank you very much, John. Thank you very much, Mike.
Yeah.
If you want to get in touch with John or Mike, I'm guessing it's Mike.
John.bar
and YFCI.org.
John
Perfect.
is Jon, right?
Jon, yes.
Jon.BARR.
Yep.
Excellent. John.bar at YFCI.org. Get in touch with him and just see where the journey starts. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank
We're
you,
gonna
Martin.
Go to our holding slide.
again well.
Me too. And we'll be back in 5 minutes.